Hi guys, hi guys, hi guys, hi guys, hi guys. Welcome in, welcome in. Make sure you guys are hitting. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button as you come in. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button as you come in. If you want to share me out, share me out. I got some exciting news for each and every one of you guys. I am so excited to talk about this because of all this stuff that's been going on. We really ain't been hearing about. We haven't really heard about this, and nobody really talking about it because of all the chaos that's been going on. So I am so excited to be talking about this. Just allow me a few moments here, guys. Hey, blogs. Hey, Trisha. Thank you guys for y'all patience. I got some exciting news, guys. Y'all already know this election's been kind of crazy, and we haven't had anything exciting or something to really talk about that is something that is really good. Because all we've been hearing is all this negativity in the news. Um, and so you and so what I have to tell you guys is, former President Barack Obama has came out with a new book, and the book is called A Promised Land. It will be released on November the 17th. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on at Walmart. And I have the link to Amazon in the description box below. So if you guys want to purchase that book, you can purchase that book. It's just I know for sure it's $27, but it does with Amazon. It does let you purchase the Kindle version. The Kindle version is cheaper. Um, but the book is 768 pages. And it says here with a record breaking, it has a record break, excuse me, it has a record breaking 65 million advance. That's great. Um, it was published by Penguin Random House, and what it does is it is it's a powerful reflection on the state of the American project, along with key insights and new information about pivotal moments in the Obama administration. So let's look into. I have been researching and I have found out some key details that will be in the book. Yes, 65 million. 65 million. Um, Here are some key details about what is going to be going on in the book. It says here that Obama hoped to tell a personal story, not just a political story. In the excerpt from A Promised Land, um, Obama lays out his goal for the book writing. I hope to give an honest rendering of my time in office, not just a historical record of key events that happened on my watch and important figures with whom I interacted, but also an account of some of the political, economic, and cultural cross currents that helped determine the challenges my administration faced and the choices my team and I made in response. Where possible, I wanted to offer readers a sense of what it's like to be the president of the United States. I wanted to pull the curtain back a bit and remind people for all this power and pomp, the presidency is still just a job, and our federal government is a human enterprise like any other. And the men and women who work in the White House experience the same daily mix of satisfaction, disappointment, office friction, screw ups, and small triumphs as the rest of their fellow citizens. Finally, I wanted to tell a more personal story that might inspire young people considering a life of public service. How my career in politics really started with a search for a place to fit in, a way to explain the different strands of my mixed up heritage, and how if it was only by hitching my wagon to something larger than myself that I was ultimately able to locate a community and purpose for my life. Yes, this is worth reading. I'm gonna get more into it. It says that CNN was the one of the outlets that has obtained the books. It says here that Obama opens on his successor in these pages, writing about the racial animus stoked by Donald Trump's birtherism. And they said he put this in the book. He said that it was as if my presence in the White House had triggered a deep-seated panic, a sense that the natural order had been disrupted, which is exactly what Donald Trump understood when he started peddling assertions that I had not been born in the United States and was thus an illegitimate president. For millions of Americans spooked by a black man in the White Office, he promised an elixir for their racial anxiety. Obama also examines the dark transformation of the Republican Party, reflecting on the rise of Sarah. Do y'all remember her? Well, he speaks about her as well. It says here, though, he writes, through Palin, it's seen as if the dark spirits that had long been lurking on the edges of the modern Republican Party, xenophobia, anti-intellectualism, paranoid conspiracy theories, and, and, and I'm sorry, antipathy towards black or and brown folks were finding their way to center stage. Obama goes on to wonder if John McCain would have chose her as his running mate again, knowing what we know about how Palin's spectacular rise in her validation as a candidate would provide a template for future politicians shifting his party center and the country's politics overall in the direction he abhorred. I like to think that given the chance to do it over again, he might have chosen differently. So, hey, Becky with Charlene, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Charlene, how you doing? Uh, um, so what he was saying in this one, I believe he was just saying, the Republican Party is really has been taking a turn for the worse, and we know that as of today it has, because they won't even today concede, or some of the people in the Senate or House of Representatives won't even acknowledge today our new vice president. Our new president, Joe Biden. So he's speaking facts on that. It says Obama also describes President elect Joe Biden as decent, honest, and loyal. On the subject of running mates, Obama writes glowingly about his vice president. Now, President Joe elect Joe Biden, recalling how Biden offered a different perspective than his advisors, as well as unique insight into how the actions of the White House could impact congressional Democrats. On the matter of Biden's character, Obama writes, I like the fact that Joe would be more than ready to serve as president if something happened to me. And that might reassure those who still worried I was too young. What mattered most though was what my gut told me, that Joe was decent, honest, and loyal. I believe that he cared about ordinary people and that when things got tough, I could trust him. I wouldn't be disappointed. So I think we chose the right person for the presidency. So it says here as well, Obama reflected about the mistakes of the administration. Um, it says here that Obama acknowledges his own shortcomings and mistakes in his book, describing his failure to pass immigration reform as a bitter pill to swallow. He also acknowledged that the economy stank in entering the 2010 midterms, which allowed the Tea Party to reclaim the House of Representatives. Obama takes personal responsibility for the Democratic loss of House control, writing, "As far as I was concerned, the election didn't prove our agenda had been wrong. It just proved that I failed to rally the nation, as FDR had once done, behind what I knew to be right, which to me was just as damning." They said here that he wrote about, he was good at basketball, but he never had much games with the girls. He talked about that. It says here he touched on his childhood and his personal life. He even poked fun at himself, describing his young self as an incessant, dedicated partier whose pseudo intellectual strategy for wooing women proved mostly worthless. He also writes somewhat lightheartedly about his smoking habits, which he failed to curb during his early tenure in the White House. You know what? I knew Obama was smoking cigarettes. I could just tell that he was smoking. They don't stress this. I knew he was a cigarette smoker. I knew it. It just was something in me say, this man smokes cigarettes. Well, it doesn't matter. It's more than him that smokes cigarettes that probably was in the White House. Probably done more than that. Some of the people in that White House now are probably doing more than that. So it don't matter. Um, it says here that he sometimes discreetly smoked up to 10 cigarettes a day until he was inspired to quit when his daughter Malia frowned at the smell of smoke on his breath. Um, Obama gets real about the harder days of his presidency. On November the 17th, the day of the Promised Land release, I'm sorry, okay, before I tell you guys about the struggle, know that on November the 17th, maybe we need to watch this, guys. It will be released on Apple TV, but on Apple TV will air an explosive new episode of the Oprah Conversation in which Obama sits down for a far-ranging conversation with Oprah. And while speaking with Winfrey, Obama revealed that no event during his presidency saddened or enraged him as much as the massacre at Sandy Hook Elementary, where 20 children and 6 adults were murdered by an armed gunman. It says here that he states that was not the only saddest day of my presidency, but when Congress failed to do anything in the aftermath of Sandy Hook, that was the angriest I ever was in my presidency. I was disgusted and appalled by the inaction. And do you guys remember that? If you guys don't remember that, I remember the Sandy Hook shooting. It was a sad day. It really was a sad day. And these people, just going into school and just shooting up the place. It's crazy. And it is sad for people to lose their life for that. But after 1 month after the horrifying Sandy Hook shooting, a new bill was introduced in Congress to ban military style assault weapons like the one wielded in the shooting. wielded, welded, whatever. In April 2013, the assault weapons ban of 2013 was defeated in the Republican majority Senate, enraging Obama again. It says he said you had parents that had just lost their children sitting in front of senators asking for very modest, reasonable approaches. This wasn't some radical agenda. They were asking for more effective background checks and other provisions to keep firearms out of the hands of disturbed folks. And it was all viewed as politics as opposed to this human moment we should have been able to respond to as a society. As gun violence continues, and as we know now, that um, more than 100 Americans are killed with guns every day. Obama feels that the road to a healthier gun culture remains long and daunting. And this is what he says. He says, I have to say, gun violence is one of those issues that I think we're far away from the promised land on. It became such a cultural hot button issue. It become wrapped up with people's sense of identity and the degree to which the country is divided. It's gotten very polarized. Unwinding that polarization around that issue is going to take some time. So um as he was stating, about this gun violence, yes, I think it's getting out of hand. Gun violence is getting out of hand. And no, you shouldn't. You should. I feel like you should get a background check. You don't want to be putting no gun in the hands of someone that is mentally unstable, and then they could just decide one day and say, "Oh, let me go shoot up the place." And then guess what they do? They go shoot up and kill all the innocent people because you got a mental problem. That's just the truth now. Um, so it says here that as well, I have found out that during his presidency, his marriage, him and Michelle, their marriage took a toll as well. I was listening to Steve Harvey morning show, and they were saying how he was stating that he worked long hours in the Oval Office, and you know, that time that he usually spent with his wife and children, it was short, or it did, or sometimes it didn't happen because of the fact that of his job, and it put a strain on their marriage. Although how you could just be cuddling and stuff like that, he didn't really have time for that. He had to run a country, so it took a toll on his marriage. But um, this is what it says here, that this book, he talks about Osama bin Laden and how he a SEAL team would kill Osama bin Laden. So that's what he ends the book with, and I know that's one of the greatest things that he ever could have done, was get rid of Osama bin Laden. He was a threat for real. So I feel like this book is worthy to be read. And if y'all have Apple TV, if y'all want to check out that interview with him and Oprah Winfrey, it's going to be on November the 17th. His book will be released on November the 17th. So look forward to that. It sounds like it's a great book. 768 pages. That's a lot to read. But but just to see what it's like to just be in the White House and have, that's why I say, think about running the whole country. That's a whole lot of power. And let's just be real. That's a whole lot of power. So if you don't know that, now that's a whole lot of power. And that's why it's so hard. And I hate to go back to 45, but that's the reason why 45 is so don't want to give it up. He likes that power. He gets high off that power. Yes, that is a lot, Charlene, to carry on your shoulders. But guess what? I think Obama was just willing to, like when I think when he first came out as wanting to run for president, I always remember him saying, "Yes, we can," and I can remember when he got elected president. I'm gonna ask y'all guys this: what were y'all doing? Where were y'all was, and how did you feel when Obama was elected president the first time he got elected president? I promise you guys, I was standing up cheering. I was at home and I was just cheering away. And I'm not gonna lie, I was crying. I was literally crying because I was so proud. Like, this is history. Like, this man deserved this position. He's giving us a different outlook. Yes, we can. Yes, we can come together and make history and get this black man into the White House. That was I promise you, it was just a good if that day was the best day for America. And I can thank God that finding out that Joe Biden is our newly elected president, our day was you blood. Just to see all those people. Let me tell y'all something. When he did his speech, acceptance speech. Yeah, I was too, Charlene. I was just crying away. I was like, Lord, this is so great. I was just crying, and all those people that was out there just crying and so happy that this great thing happened in this history. They'll let that's why I say, that's why I understand why we just can't come together. If a man from Chicago and had so many adversities can run the White House for 8 years, what can you we should tell our sons and our daughters that they can be a Kamala, or my son, he can be your sons or daughter or whoever. They can be a senator, they can be a United States House of Representative, they can be a governor or mayor, you know. So listen, tell them, yeah, you could be Barack Obama too, but you got to carry yourself well. But I think this book is worth reading and worth getting to. I'm probably gonna have to order the Kindle part and just listen to it because child reading, whoo, 768 pages is a lot of books to read. But blogs, guess what, blogs? He came out, ain't this NaNoWriMo month or something like that? Uh he came out and got him a book made NaNoWriMo month. So I can't wait to hear the book and just try to get an understanding. Let's just pray for all of the people that my soon to be daughter will be the next president. Who your soon to be daughter, child? Okay, well, girl, when you have when well, okay. Trisha said I don't want to be in politics, period. No, but everybody have their own calling. And I think Barack Obama becoming president of the United States the way that he did, the way that he did, and cared himself and his family with he didn't have all this what we got going on now. He wasn't about division and all that. He was like, yes, we can turn this economy around. Yes, we can. Um yes, we can. I remember that was the first thing he was talking about was yes, we can. And I will always remember that. Um, but he didn't have all these scandals. Okay, boo. Okay. Yeah, some people do, and uh they get real ignorant. And I'm not like that. Like we can have a conversation about politics and respect each other's opinion, whatever. And I could be real. I feel like that Angela Stanton woman that we listened to last week, I felt like she was just only coming for our race because of the fact she felt like we were so misinformed. And but she really little do she know every politician comes with some kind of lie. Trust me, every politician comes with some kind of lie. Well, Trisha, we don't want you to get ignorant. She was off her rocker. Yes, she was. And as I look on her Instagram page today, they swear that this is an outrage, it's voter suppression, and this is somebody cheating and all this right here. But the American people have spoken, and President-elect Joe Biden, Vice President and President-elect Joe Biden is the 46th president of the United States. Um, a lot of people are wondering, is he going to put Barack or Michelle Obama in a part of his cabinet, or part of some parts of the White House? But as Obama already been in his position, so I don't think he would. But I know he need to get some of them people off that Supreme Court. Get rid of some of these yes men and get somebody that's there for the people. The people that, yeah, I'm just gonna be honest, that's there for the people. Huh? There you go. So um so make sure you guys, if you have not hit that like button, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Um I'm about to get out of here, guys. I did just drop a video before I came on the line. Um you better not do that no more. Go throw it away. Yes, it will be. Yes, it will be. Baking with Charlene. It definitely will be to see people, you know, feel. Oh my God! It's such an outrage that, uh, people give this man a chance. Like Biden said, let's give each other a chance. Let's give this man a chance. He can't do no worse than what this one done did. But he sound more politically correct anyway. So let's just pray for the best, guys. Let's pray for the best. Let's pray that our country can become more together and not be so divided. I hate division. We all can love. I know uh everybody's not gonna like each other, but you can respect each other. And we can respect each other's opinions. We can respect each other's life and things like that. And see, that was all what Obama was about. Doing what's best for the American people, not what's best for me because I ain't getting my way. Feel what I'm saying? Well, anyway, guys, I could talk about that. I could talk for a long time, but I'm gonna go because I don't want to bore you guys. So anyway, I just want to come on here for about 30 minutes and give you guys a conversation. I would do a kickback. I might do a kickback tomorrow. But because we always have funds on the kickbacks, but it just messed up that we can't. I get copyright claims on my every time I play music. So I really don't do that. So if you guys want to do the kickback, um, download Ego and let me know if y'all want to do a kickback tomorrow. Follow me at Southern Peach. All right, guys. So make sure you guys as well check out my feature channel for the month, which is Kicking It with Lynn. Make sure if you guys have not connected to Kicking It with Lynn, make sure you guys connect to Kicking It with Lynn. And she is trying to get her monetization. So let's let everybody, if you have not been in the position of trying to get your monetization, then you know, it's hard to get. So let's try our best to help out, lift our brothers and sisters up. Hey, Patricia, girl, I'm about to get on out of here. And you leaving. And you just walked up in the building. Thank you for coming. If you don't get that up. I'm about to go. But Patricia, I'll try to come on tomorrow, guys, and we'll just have a conversation. I don't know what we're gonna have a conversation about, but we'll have another genuine conversation, guys. Thank you so much again, Patricia, for coming. I do appreciate all you guys' support. Y'all know y'all always are considered my day one. So make sure you guys are coming on and okay, thank you, Patricia. So guys, that's all that I do have, guys. Y'all have a good night and I'll see y'all on tomorrow. Okay.